Okay, y'all, today we are going to be talking about fad diets. So to start us off, I want y'all to think and brainstorm of as many diets as you can think of. So I'll give you all a few seconds to think of those. Okay, do y'all have any that y'all can think of off the top of y'all's head?
Keto.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There's Atkins.
Yes, that's a good one as well. And so those diets that y'all mentioned, why do you think they've become so popular in the recent years or over time?
I think keto has because people who start the diet, they lose weight quickly.
Yeah, that's a good answer. And keto and Atkins are very similar, so they both have similar effects. So, we're going to be talking about diets, like I said before. So, recently there have been so many diets that have really circled the internet. So many that you can, any diet that you can think of is on the internet. And all these really quick diets claim you lose weight fast. That's how people really get interested in them, is if they can lose a couple pounds in a week. So today we're going to learn about just a couple of these diets that I found were interesting and also that have become really popular in the past few years. Okay, and so these are the diets that we are going to be talking about. The ketogenic diet that you mentioned, and also the Atkins diet, as well as the paleo diet, the military diet, and Whole30. So have y'all tried any of these diets that we've mentioned?
No, I haven't, but I have friends that have tried the keto diet and who have been on the keto diet for a while.
Okay, awesome. So we're actually going to the ketogenic diet first. So the ketogenic diet is a low carb, high fat diet. And like you were saying earlier, people lose weight really fast on it. So the ketogenic diet is used heavily with diabetic patients. So with diabetic patients, they need to have a really low carb diet because they don't need all the sugars because of their insulin. And so a lot of nutritionists and dietitians will put diabetic patients on the ketogenic diet just so that they aren't eating as many carbs. But the ketogenic diet puts your body in ketosis. And I put what ketosis is. So it's when the body does not have enough glucose for energy. It burns stored fat instead of the sugars. So this is how people are able to lose so much weight so fast. But if they do get off of this diet, the weight will come back because of the diet change. And a lot of the weight they're losing at first is a lot of water weight. And then we go into the Atkins diet. So this is also a low carb diet. So the low carb would be like no sugar, white flour, or refined carbs. So basically all the good stuff you get to eat. But this one focuses on a high protein as well as a high fat diet. So the ketogenic diet is mostly just a high fat diet. This one also includes a lot of high protein as well. And so the Atkins diet, when you start off with it has 4 phases, which is induction, balancing, fine-tuning, and maintenance. So the induction, it's more restrictive, and it just keeps getting less restrictive as you go on and can maintain the diet. And y'all probably have seen the Atkins products in stores. They sell them in Walmarts and Kroger's. So people that are on this diet are able to just go to the store and pick out like frozen dinners or shakes like we have right here. And then we have the paleo diet, also known as the caveman diet. So this is called the caveman diet because you are basically eating what cavemen would eat back in the days when they didn't have stores. So basically everything from the ground. So you have your protein, what you get from animals, vegetables, fruits, and healthy fats. So you're basically just getting what a caveman would be able to go and hunt for back in the old days. So this diet completely avoids beans, grains, sugars, and artificial sweeteners. So it's basically just a really clean diet that you're eating. And then we've come to the military diet, and I believe this is the most restrictive diet that we're talking about today. So the military diet is a 3-day meal plan of 3 meals a day with no snacks. Then you are followed that by 4 days of less restrictive eating for 3 meals and 2 snacks. So that's a lot of words. So basically the first 3 meals of the week is super restrictive, and you follow this plan of foods that you're given a guide and just followed by that. And the 4 days are less restrictive, and you're able to follow that, but you're able to have snacks and stuff in it. So this lasts 1 week, but you're able to repeat the cycle until you lose your desired weight that you want to lose. And this is, especially the first 3 days, it's very low calorie, and it's also a very restrictive diet. I've had friends that have done it before, and they are just constantly hungry while you're on it, and you're just not getting the right amount of nutrients that you need when you're on this diet. So what can a restrictive diet like this military diet we talked about lead to? Do you have any ideas?
I would think that if you're restricting your diet on those days, that on the days where it's less restrictive, unless you're very disciplined in what you're eating, unless there's something very definite that you have to follow, that you can binge eat on those days that you're off, and it'd just be counterproductive for the days that are very restrictive, that the least restrictive become no restrictions whatsoever. And I think that can be where this diet would not be good.
Yes, and that's the point I was trying to, that I wanted y'all to grasp on, is that restrictive diets can lead to binge eating, which can, while you think that you might be losing weight, because on those days you aren't having a really super strict diet, you are binge eating, and so either you're gaining weight or you're staying the same weight. Okay, and the last diet we're talking about is Whole30. And so this is also similar to the paleo diet, where you remove all inflammatory foods. So basically you're just eating foods from nature. So fruits, vegetables, healthy fats like avocados and nuts, proteins, and you only eat 3 clean meals a day. I believe you can also have snacks as well, but it all is clean foods. And Whole30 actually has a list of foods that you're able to eat and foods that you aren't able to eat. And so this is a list. Y'all probably won't be able to tell you what's on there. So basically it's just all vegetables, protein, like chicken, beef, bacon, bison, eggs, all that stuff you're able to eat. All fruits you're able to eat, avocado, coconut oil, all like natural oils you're able to eat, and then nuts and seeds. And then for drinks, you're able to have like club soda that has no like added sugar in it, coffee with no creamer or sugar, 100% fruit juices, so not like the ones that are fruit drinks, so that's completely different than fruit juices. And so that's just a little bit of stuff you're able to eat on Whole30. And so of these diets that we talked about, what are some harmful aspects about these diets, going off of like the binge eating, and are there any positives that y'all can think about?
Well, I would think that any harmful aspect of any diet is cutting out anything that you would need, maybe nutrients wise. If you're restricting what you eat, let's say like on the ketogenic diet, you're not getting carbs, and depending on what depending on how you're going to get your energy when you don't have as many carbs, sure it gets into your fat stores, but if you need quick energy, it's not going to be there.
Yes.
So ketogenic diets may not be the best for somebody who's in a very rigorous exercise program, because the energy is just not going to be there to make it through that workout.
Yes, that's awesome. And can you think of any positives of doing any of these diets?
Well, I think the Whole30 sounds like a very clean, healthy way to eat.
Yeah.
Out of all of those diets, that seemed like not so much a diet, but you're just changing the way you eat, and
Yeah, like your lifestyle.
and it's a positive change, and one that you could stick with your whole life without being void of the nutrients that your body needs.
Yes, I completely agree with that. Okay, and now we're about to play a game. Now we are about to do the Four Corners activity. So what I want for y'all is I've hung up A, B, C, and D in the four corners of the room. And I'm going to be having study questions up on the screen with multiple choice A, B, C, or D. And y'all are supposed to go to the corner that y'all think the answer is. Okay, let's get started. So the first question, what is the best diet to be on? A, ketogenic, B, Whole30, C, intuitively eating, or D, paleo? B, okay, that's a great try, but actually the answer is intuitively eating. So intuitively eating is just eating smartly, thinking to yourself about the fruits and vegetables in your diet and just making sure you're eating the right things, but not restricting yourself at all. Okay, the next question. Which diet is known as the caveman diet? A, all meat diet, B, Mediterranean diet, C, paleo diet, or D, none of the above? Correct, the paleo diet. Okay, what can restrictive diets lead to? A, weight loss, B, becoming stronger, C, being dehydrated, D, binge eating and weight gain. Okay, Mom, you are correct. Binge eating and weight gain. You are not.
You're wrong.
Okay. Which of these diets are a carb-restricted diet? A, ketogenic diet, B, A and C, C, Atkins diet, or D, none of the above? Dad, you are correct. It is A and C, the ketogenic and the Atkins diet. They both are low-carb diets. Okay, which diet has a list of food/ingredients that you follow and can only eat? A, Atkins diet, B, military diet, C, Whole30, and D, paleo. Okay, Dad, you are correct. It is the Whole30 diet. Okay, now I'm going to be giving them an article to read over calorie restriction and fasting diets. And I'm going to let them read over it. And after they get done reading, they're able to discuss what they thought was interesting about the article, and then we're going to discuss it as a group. So after we got done reading the article, we discussed what we thought was interesting about it with each other and how this related to our lesson that we learned. And then I gave them a sheet of paper as their exit ticket, and it had sample test questions on it, multiple choice questions that they have to answer. And before they leave, they had to turn in. That's it.